Hello. So for my eighth project as an intern with quantum analytics, I was given a data set to clean and process and analyze and visualize using Microsoft Power BI. As a result, I was able to come up with this dashboard titled NYC Taxi Trips dashboard. And the data set contained 4 taxi trip tables with a total of 28 million green taxi trips in New York from 2017 to 2020. The 454 calendar table containing the fiscal calendar from 2017 to 2020 used by the Taxi and Limousine Commission. The taxi zones table containing information about 265 zone locations in New York City. As such, I had a lot of cleaning, processing, and analyzing to do, and eventually I came up with this following insights. First of all, let's look at the KPIs. Total trips are 3 million. Average fare was 14.72. Average distance was 3.53. Average trips per week was 2.23 thousand. Of course, we have Slicer for Bureau for deeper analysis and makes for more interactive dashboard. Let's look at total trips by month. At 313,556, March had the highest count of trips and was 35.65% higher than November, which had the lowest count of trips at 231,142. March accounted for 9.76% of total trips across all 12 months. Trips ranged from 231,142 to 313,536. Moving on to top 10 days of the week by number of trips. We observed that Sunday accounted for the day with the most trips at 703 trips, while Wednesday accounted for the least number of trips at 504 trips. But I would advise taxi drivers to come out on Sundays to get more, to get a good number of trips. So moving on to total trips by time of day. We have morning, night, afternoon, and evening. We observe that mornings accounted for 33.36% of total trips, and that shows that mornings had the highest number of trips. And that will most probably because due to the fact that most people are rushing to get to work in their place of business, in the mornings. That's why mornings had to have, such a high number of trips. While evenings accounted for the least, number of trips at 20.56% of the trips. So I advise drivers to come out early in the day to meet up with the huge demand in the morning. So moving on to total trips by payment type, you'll observe that without payment one and payment two. So you observe that the preferred payment type was payment one, which accounted for 57.87% of all payments for trips. So now, lastly, let's look at most popular pickup and drop-off locations. We observed that Manhattan and Queens are jointly the most popular pickup and drop-off locations at 69. Followed closely behind by Brooklyn, at 61, while the least pickup and drop-off locations is EWR at just 1. So I recommend and advise taxi drivers to target Manhattan, Queens, and Brooklyn to get, hit patronage. So this brings us to the end of this live analysis. Thank you.